Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining our live stream right here. We are finally live again after it's been a little while since we last gone live. So if you guys are enjoying this live stream, make sure to give it a thumbs up, as it has been a little while, like I said, since we last done a live stream like this. Plus, we also will be giving you guys a weather update throughout this live stream. So feel free to stick around throughout the live stream so that we guys can have a good idea what to expect in terms of the weather, and we will also be answering any of your guys' questions that you guys have in the chat as well, and we'll be glad to answer that. I was also planning on having this connected to Facebook, but once we do meet the criteria, I will be able to, but for right now, we are just going live on YouTube. Now, let's talk about the weather for a little bit, because right now, you guys can see that we do have some severe storms that we're going to be watching for over the next few days. We got one sitting up here across Minnesota, as we are continuing to see chances for showers and storms. And I did forget to pull this up, by the way, just to show you guys that we are looking at the potential of seeing some severe storms, especially up here across Minnesota, as you can see. So we will definitely be keeping an eye on it very closely, as there is certainly the potential that we could catch a severe warning or two up here across Minnesota, even over there into areas of Wisconsin. So we will, like I said, we will definitely keep an eye on that very closely. And then we also got some tornado warnings even over here that we're going to keep an eye on very closely, as well as there is certainly the potential, like I said, that we could maybe catch a tornado warning or two. So we will watch that closely, as we already got two tornado warnings that are already in effect. So let's see here. Thanks for turning in, my friend. Like I said, you all, it's been a little while since we last gone live, but like I said, we are glad that you guys are finally able to join our live stream. And like I said, we're glad to be back live again. So we're just showing you guys that for the rest of today, we do still have the potential to catch maybe a couple more warnings here and there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Tomorrow, however, maybe not nearly as significant, since we won't have an enhanced risk, but we still once again got that potential of possibly seeing some severe storms. And I think tomorrow, main concerns tomorrow won't just be for hail. We could even see some very large hail, especially where you see that black color with the lines going through. But we also could be talking about a few let's see, sorry, I'm actually producing some hail up to golf ball size. Tornado threat tomorrow, once this loads, probably won't be very high, as you can see, because tomorrow we only got that 2%. But with today being a day that we could see a few tornadoes, I would not be surprised at all if we did maybe see a little bit of a 5% risk for tornadoes get issued for tomorrow. So we'll keep an eye on that closely for you all. And then we also do have the potential of seeing damaging winds, which actually appears to be the biggest concern tomorrow, not just because of the area that it includes, but more so because it has that hatched risk. If you guys saw the hail threat, it does include a bigger area, but it doesn't have that hatched risk. So it's really just going to be those damaging winds that we're really going to have to watch closely for, as we could possibly see a storm or two contain some wind gusts between 60, 70 miles per hour, maybe even a few wind gusts getting up there into the 80 mile per hour wind range tomorrow. So like I said, that is something that we're really going to need to keep a close eye on tomorrow, especially as a lot of this is looking to continue to ramp up. So make sure you guys are staying weather aware tomorrow as well. And then last but not least, we also got day 3. You guys can see that for day 3, we do have another corridor that we could be talking about once again. As of right now, it does not appear to be anything too significant, but we still once again got that potential that we could maybe see some severe storms even as we head into our Tuesday as well. So we will definitely watch that very closely, you all, as it is going to be once again another one of those days where we could see a little bit of severe storms here and there. And then, last but not least, once we look at day 4, day 5, and day 6, it does not show any severe storms as of right now, but it still, could definitely change a little bit. So, like I said, this is something that we're going to continue to watch for, especially over the next couple of days. So, make sure you guys are once again, being weather aware out there, and make sure you guys are also ready for it. The next thing I want to quickly talk about is also going to be the heat, okay? We probably should have been talking about this a little bit more in the videos that I've been making, but to say the least, heat is going to be another one of our biggest concerns. Not only do we have extreme heat warnings, it used to be excessive, but the National Weather Service now just calls them extreme heat warnings, which actually makes sense because wherever you see this purple color, I guess you could call it pinkish purple if you want to say, is going to be the area to especially watch for, not just because of the temperatures, but because of that temperature mixing with the humidity. So if you're talking about temperatures in the mid 90s with that humidity mixing on in, that's going to make it feel as hot as 110 degrees. So not just the temperature, but also because of the humidity. It's really going to make it feel extremely hot out there. So you guys really need to make sure you guys are taking this very seriously if you live up here in eastern Nebraska, Iowa, even over there into Minnesota, South Dakota, Wisconsin. So you guys, once again, really need to make sure you guys are being ready for that. And then the other thing that we must watch for is going to also be the Mississippi Valley too. So not just that, but also the mid-Mississippi Valley is also going to be another area that we're going to continue to watch closely once again. And it's not just because, the mid-Mississippi Valley is going to be seeing, heat index between 110 and 105, but I would say it's just more so because of how, once again, we're really just going to be talking about, once again, those high heat indexes. So we really need to make sure you guys, once again, are ready for that. So make sure you guys, once again, are prepared over there. Make sure you're also prepared even over here across the Carolinas, as that's actually going to be another area to watch for. And then we even got some isolated areas of extreme heat warnings, not just across areas of Ohio and West Virginia, but also a isolated area down here just to the south there of Atlanta. So like I said, that will be an area to also watch for as well. And like I said, everywhere that you see those pinkish purple colors is where we're expecting heat index gain up there more into the triple digits. Let's see here. Have you seen the Watertown headed, or have you seen the tornado headed towards Watertown? What Watertown are you talking about? Are you talking about Watertown, Minnesota? Well, let's look at that. So, because right now okay, yes, I see what you're saying. So yes, there is actually a tornado warning event. Thanks for reminding me about that, because there is a tornado warning that is in effect. I'm not sure if very many people are from here, but there is a tornado warning that is in effect for there, and it looks like that tornado has just gotten upgraded, unfortunately. Like I said, I'm glad that you reminded me about that. But either way, we're seeing that tornado warning in effect, and it's really going to be, the thing to keep an eye on closely once again, as we are looking at, particularly dangerous situation. That's what it says on there, is particularly dangerous situation. And like I said, that will be something that we're going to keep a close eye on, and so we will watch it closely, as we already got that, once again, that upgraded, unfortunately. I apologize for any issues that I'm having with this live stream. I see that's being a little bit skippy on the screen. I'm not sure why. I'm trying my best to make it so that way it won't do that. Let's see. And my live streams will eventually get better, you all, especially once I do get one of those. I guess you could consider them just a better laptop or device. So, like I said, it's a little skippy right now, but that might also be because of how low my thing is. South Dakota, yeah. Yeah, I like it saying there is certainly that tornado warning still in effect. Let's see. I'm just making sure everything's okay with my live stream. It looks like everything went almost back to normal now. Okay, yeah, that's better. Yeah, because like I said, I'm not sure what's happening with it, but it's definitely skippier than what I thought it would be. But anyway, there's that. Make sure you guys are taking shelter, especially if you live in Watertown, as this is going to be our next area to watch for. And then we also got another area to watch for, even up here towards central Minnesota, that we'll be keeping an eye on too, which that warning has just expired, and it looks like they just got issued a new one. So make sure you guys are staying in your safe spots. And of course, we also are going to continue to even watch some of these other areas as well. So, yeah. And I mean, despite the like I said, despite the issues that I may be having with my live stream, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and make sure to follow along with us as well. We will definitely continue to keep you guys up to date with the latest, and I'm also hoping that the severe weather doesn't get anything too crazy, because once again we're really just looking at severe storms continuing over the next couple of days. And like I said, we even got those warnings currently in effect right now. And yeah, we will definitely be keeping an eye on those closely. But yeah, let's see. I think we gone over most of what we wanted to. I just want to quickly point out that once again we got these heat advisories and heat alerts currently in effect right now, and then we also got once again a lot of those warnings even farther to the north as well. So like I said, we're going to really need to keep an eye on that very closely, and so we will definitely once again keep you guys up to date with that. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and end this live stream right here since I'm having some technical difficulties. And like I said, we've still gone over most of what we wanted to in this live stream, you all. And like I said, the main things to keep in mind is not just about the heat and humidity, but also we got once again those warnings that are still continuing to stay in effect, and we even got some warnings even down here in Virginia that I also wanted to point out too. So it's not just there across the upper Midwest, but it's more so even down here towards areas of Virginia, and we even got some other areas too as well. It looks like we even got some flash flood warnings that are also in effect too. So I'm just looking to see what's going on around here. Yeah, they're definitely there definitely is even a lot of showers and storms setting up across other areas too. So like I said, it's not just those two areas, but we also got other areas to keep an eye on as well. But yeah. Well, and like I said, we do appreciate you guys joining this live stream. And like I said, despite the technical difficulties, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, as we are going to continue to make everything better. And like I said, that really does help us a lot with also growing. And we also recommend you guys leave a like on today's video as well. And like I said, we were still able to get that information out to you all. So like I said, that's certainly something we do recommend you all doing. And like I said, if you guys also got any questions, we'll be glad to answer those as well. Let's see. Just seeing if we got anything else going on out here. And it looks like we still got that tornado on the ground, still continuing to head towards Watertown. So like I said, make sure you guys are getting into your guys' safe spots. And like I said, we will definitely hope that this tornado isn't too crazy, but to say the least, it's definitely one that we do need to keep an eye on. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching today's live stream. Like I said, we do appreciate your guys' support, including you, Zero G Films, if that's how you pronounce it. And so, like I said, we do appreciate it, you all, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday out there too. And I also hope you guys also have a great work week despite all the heat and humidity that we're going to be seeing. Still make sure you guys take that seriously as well. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday out there, and we will